Indian roads were once dominated by four-wheelers propelled by diesel engines, and for long, they have been the preferred choice of Indian consumers. However, with the push for electric vehicles and stricter emission norms, the outlook is looking bleak for diesel-powered cars. As the new BS6 emission norms kicked in 2020, many car makers trimmed diesel engine vehicles from their portfolio. India's biggest car maker Maruti has completely discontinued diesel models. Tata Motors has discontinued smaller capacity diesel engines. Honda India recently said it would most likely discontinue its diesel engine cars. At present, Honda offers diesel variants of City, Amaze, and its Jazz premium hatchback. Other car makers like Volkswagen, Skoda, Nissan, and Renault have also reduced diesel portfolios. Compared with petrol vehicles, car makers have faced many problems with upgradation to new emission standards, and the costs shot up. Come March 2023, a new phase of emission norms will kick in, and this is further making car makers wary of diesel engine cars. Maruti had earlier said that the second phase of emission norms will further raise costs and impact sales. Under the second phase of BS6 norms, vehicles must meet emission norms in the real world as opposed to a laboratory. The focus will be on increasing fuel efficiency and, in turn, reducing emissions as well. Diesel engine vehicles commanded a market share of over 50% in the passenger vehicle segment in 2012-13. But it has reduced drastically over the years. It has come down to 18% in FY22, according to data from Federation of Automobile Dealers Association. The drop has been sharp, particularly since the BS6 emission norms were introduced in 2020. The market share in the PV segment almost halved from 33% in 2019. However, the rise in sport utility vehicles is giving a lease of life to diesel variant engines. According to industry estimates, the share of SUVs in overall passenger vehicles has risen from just 18% in 2016 to 40% in FY 2022. According to analysts and automakers, consumers prefer diesel engines in SUVs as due to their relatively higher pulling power at low engine speeds, making it an easier and quicker takeoff from the go. According to reports, the sales share of diesel engine variants is 35 to 40% in compact SUVs, 55 to 60% in the mid-size SUV segment, and even higher in the large SUV segment. But the overall picture is not good for diesel variant engines. Apart from the stricter emission norms, the surge in electric vehicle sales has also spelled doom for diesel engine cars. Niti Aayog has set a target of EV sales penetration at 70% for all commercial cars, 30% for private cars, 40% for buses, and 80% for two- and three-wheelers by 2030. The narrowing down of petrol and diesel prices over the last few years has further reduced diesel cars' appeal as the government reduced subsidies on the diesel. So is it the beginning of the end of diesel in India?
When we look at the long-term data, the share of diesel and passenger vehicles in the overall mix has come down, meaningfully when we compare, the same data 8 years, 10 years back, probably. However, I think we need to have a look at different segments within the car industry as well. Now, for instance, when we look at the entry-level passenger car segment, that is mainly dominated by petrol-run vehicles. If you look at the compact and the mid-size segment, there is some portion of diesel sales still happening. So I think we have seen the trend of share of diesel cars coming off a few years back, but in the last 2 to 3 years, we actually have seen it, being range bound and has stabilized at certain levels now. So some segments, if we'll see in the near term, will likely continue with diesel engine option over the near to medium term. Eventually, the trend over the longer term is shifting towards cleaner fuel.
Some automakers still see a future for diesel engines. Diesel is still a major component of automakers like Mahindra, Toyota, Jeep, and Kia due to their SUV, MUV crossover product portfolio. A Toyota official even went on to say that diesel demand is stronger than ever in India. Mahindra too echoed the same sentiment recently. Hyundai is still seeing a strong demand for diesel SUVs. The share of diesel variants in the overall sales mix at Hyundai rose to 27.4% in the first 5 months of the current calendar year. An outright exit for diesel may not happen anytime soon, But as India shifts towards cleaner fuels, the engine's appeal may dwindle further.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.